So, why is tabletop even a controversial subject within the Christian community? Well, this really boils back down to the 1980s during the Satanic Panic and Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons is often used interchangeably for the hobby as a whole. So, what actually happened during the Satanic Panic?
From what we found, it really stemmed from a psychologist who used hypnosis therapy on a client. He claimed that during this hypnosis therapy that she had been part of some satanic cult and did I don't know some rituals, and they wrote a whole book on it, and it kick-started the whole satanic panic where people were looking for satanic cults in almost everything.
And this was a time where both the secular world and the Christian world were looking for it. So now you have everyone's talking about it in church, and you have it being talked about on the news and in the media, and it was just a feeding frenzy.
And so things got out of control, and suddenly evil was behind every corner. Now, where does D&D fall into this, Glenn? Take it away.
So at the height of the Satanic Panic, there was a young man who played D&D with his friends on a regular basis. His parents didn't exactly engage in the hobby with him, so they just saw it as this distant activity he was doing. Unfortunately, the young man also suffered from depression, and eventually it became too much and he self-deleted. The mother, rightfully distraught, is looking for something to blame, a reason that this happened. And she looked into D&D, discovered that in the contents there were demons, cults, and magic. Easy thing to latch onto and blame.
Now, was D&D to blame for his depression? Who can say? But she really took off on the campaign with it, and it gave not only D&D but the tabletop RPG hobby as a whole a very bad reputation, especially in the church.
Not only did she create a whole organization, Hollywood latched onto the kid's story to, honestly, insultingly, make movies based on it with somebody who plays a version of Dungeons and Dragons and is suffering from psychosis and going crazy. It it got sensationalized like crazy. And, tabletop being a niche and relatively new hobby as a whole at that time wasn't well understood or really culturally accepted yet. So now you have it being villainized and made to look like strange people play it, and it just isolated the community further from the mainstream for a long time.